Did you know that over 70% of people suffer from anxiety about public speaking? It's true. In fact, this fear often tops the list, even above death. That's shocking, right? But here's something even more surprising. Despite this fear, the demand for great speakers is skyrocketing. Businesses, communities, and events are searching for speakers who can inspire, connect, and make a real impact. So, what does it mean to be an authentic speaker in today's world? It's not about delivering a perfect, polished speech. Instead, it's about being real, relatable, and engaging. Authentic public speaking is about sharing your story and connecting with your audience on a personal level. In this article, we'll explore powerful strategies to help you become a great speaker. You'll learn how to speak from the heart, embrace your imperfections, and create meaningful connections. We'll also dive into the art of storytelling and how to read the energy of your audience. Are you ready to rise as an authentic public speaker? Let's jump in and discover how to captivate your audience like never before. Chapter 1: From Script to Soul. Ditching the pre-packaged speech. One of the biggest mistakes speakers make is sticking too closely to a script. While it's tempting to memorize every word, this approach can backfire. Why? It removes the human element. In fact, studies show that 55% of communication is non-verbal, meaning it's more about how you say something than the actual words you use. When you follow a strict script, you're more likely to sound robotic, and you'll struggle to adapt to your audience's reactions. Instead, aim for a conversational tone. Think of it as having a chat with friends rather than delivering a polished speech. Your audience will sense your authenticity, and that's what keeps them engaged. Research backs this up. A study by Stanford University found that speakers who blend structured preparation with a natural delivery are rated as more charismatic. Charisma isn't about perfection, it's about connection. Audiences don't remember speeches, they remember how you made them feel. So, what's the secret? Prepare your key points but leave room for spontaneity. Memorize the message, not the exact words. This way, you can adjust your delivery depending on the mood of the room. When you're in the moment, your passion will naturally shine through. Chapter 2: Vulnerability equals power. Why owning your flaws is your superpower. Here's the truth. People don't connect with perfect speakers. They connect with flawed, human ones. Dr. Brené Brown, a researcher who spent years studying vulnerability, says, vulnerability is not winning or losing, it's having the courage to show up when you can't control the outcome. In public speaking, this means embracing your imperfections. Own your nervousness, acknowledge when you forget a line, and laugh at your mistakes. Doing this makes you relatable. In fact, a Harvard Business Review study found that people trust leaders more when they admit their shortcomings. It shows they're real. But how does this work in practice? Let's say you trip over your words mid-speech. Instead of freezing or apologizing, take a deep breath and make light of the moment. It might feel awkward at first, but your audience will likely appreciate the realness. Vulnerability also helps build a bridge between you and your listeners. When you share a personal story, especially one where you faced failure or doubt, you invite your audience into your world. It turns your speech from a monologue into a shared experience. They'll see themselves in your struggles, and that's when true engagement happens. Remember, vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. It doesn't mean oversharing but rather being honest about your journey. And that honesty will make your message stick. Chapter 3: The Art of the Pause. Mastering silence for maximum impact. One of the most powerful tools in public speaking is silence. Yet, it's often overlooked. Many speakers rush through their talks, afraid of losing their audience's attention. But here's a secret: pauses can make your words more impactful. Think about it, when someone pauses after making a point, the silence gives the audience time to digest the message. In fact, according to research from the University of Wolverhampton, well-timed pauses can increase comprehension by up to 20%. That's huge. Silence, when used effectively, draws people in. Pauses also build anticipation. Imagine you're delivering a key line. Instead of rushing through, take a beat. Let the weight of your words hang in the air for a moment. This pause creates tension and makes the audience lean in, waiting for your next word. Pausing also gives you, the speaker, a chance to gather your thoughts. It helps you control your pacing and ensures you don't speed through important sections. Think of pauses as punctuation in your speech. They separate ideas and give clarity to your message. A famous example of the power of silence comes from Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech. His pauses before key phrases, like, "I have a dream," created emotional build-up and gave the audience time to feel the significance of his words. It wasn't just what he said but how he delivered it that made his message resonate. In your next speech, try using pauses strategically. After making a bold statement, give your audience a second to let it sink in. It will make your speech more dynamic, memorable, and powerful. If you're finding these insights helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more tips on mastering public speaking. Stay tuned for the next chapters. Chapter 4: Conversational Charisma. Speaking with your audience, not at them. Here's a common misconception: public speaking is all about giving a speech to your audience. In reality, the best speakers make their talk feel like a conversation. This isn't about just throwing in a few rhetorical questions, it's about truly engaging your listeners. The key is to make them feel like they're a part of your talk, not just passive observers. When speakers adopt a conversational tone, it changes the whole dynamic. A study from Princeton University shows that when people feel they are part of a conversation, their brains sync up with the speaker's brain in real time, a process called neural coupling. This means that when you speak conversationally, your audience is not only listening, they're thinking and processing your ideas right along with you. So, how do you build conversational charisma? Start with simple language. Avoid jargon, and speak as if you were talking to a friend. Use inclusive phrases like, "You know what I mean?" or "Have you ever felt like this?" These phrases invite your audience to mentally engage with your message. Another way to foster connection is through body language. Make eye contact and gesture naturally, just like you would in a one-on-one chat. It might feel strange in front of a large crowd, but when people feel seen, they're more likely to listen. Chapter 5: Your Energy Blueprint. Reading and matching your audience's vibe. Energy is contagious. If you've ever been in a room where the speaker's energy is flat, you know how quickly it can drain the life out of the audience. On the flip side, high energy can make a room buzz with excitement. But here's the twist: not every crowd responds to the same level of energy. Successful speakers know how to read the room. They can pick up on whether their audience is energetic or more subdued and adjust their tone accordingly. A 2020 study published in Frontiers in Psychology found that speakers who match the emotional energy of their audience can increase engagement and retention by as much as 30%. Here's how you can do that. Before you even start speaking, observe your audience. Are they animated and chatty, or are they sitting quietly, waiting for you to begin? If they're low energy, don't come out shouting and full of enthusiasm, it could create a disconnect. Start by matching their vibe, and then gradually raise the energy level once you've built rapport. Another tip? Mirror your audience's body language. If they're leaning forward, you can lean in too. If they seem relaxed, loosen up a bit. This subtle mimicry builds subconscious trust. People are drawn to others who they feel are similar to them, and by matching their energy, you make your audience feel like you're in sync. If you enjoyed these strategies and want to dive deeper into public speaking tips, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have plenty more content coming your way that will help you on your journey to becoming an authentic speaker.